Alright, we got this video by FMBloo, how Kendrick turned the industry against Drake. Let's get into it, man.
It's been almost a month since the beef between Drake and Kendrick ended, and I think it's time to put the bias aside and say that Kendrick won. Bro, come on, bro. Like, why am I getting tomatoes?
For sure.
I think regardless if you find Family Matters a better diss or Meet the Grams was better, the biggest thing that Kendrick did is use Drake's best advantage against him. Drake is a superstar, the biggest rapper ever, with some of the most dedicated fan bases. And let's get something straight real quick. Public perception is crucial to have on your side in a rap beef. It doesn't invalidate your opinion, but the majority of fans agree on something that's widely accepted, you know, they're probably going to be seen as the victor. It's like if I said that Meek beat Drake. It would be just...
Well, for the most part, people already had, like, you know, their stigmas against Drake already. Me personally, I really listen to Drake like that, you know what I'm saying? I more so listen to Kendrick more than Drake. Kendrick, in a way, appealed to that experimentalism that I was looking for in particular. Drake, for the most part, he was mostly monotone for most of his songs that he would make. Just music you can dance to, you know, Hotline Bling, stuff like that. I haven't really gone that deep into Drake's discography. I'm looking for experimental stuff. I'm looking for crazy vocal changes. I'm looking for, you know, just being yourself. And obviously Drake, he ain't doing too well in the being yourself department.
To stalk, kidnap, and execute me for saying that. So with all that in mind, how did Kendrick turn the tide against Drake? The answer starts before the beef even started, because Drake wasn't liked by a lot of people. Despite Drake being as huge as he is, during his rap lifespan, he's made a lot of enemies with rappers. Many of them are respected. The list goes long, but I'll name the biggest ones. A$AP Rocky was making moves on Rihanna, and Drake wanted that forehead for himself, but he didn't, so he got mad. Rick Ross went on Metro Boomin's album, and Drake took it personal on some lines. Pusha T did it like Birdman, and Drake decided to step in. And we all know how that turned out. X thought Drake stole his flow from Look At Me, which, yeah, he fucking did.
Can't keep my dick in my pants.
Before we get into X for them, most rappers already diss Drake. Even Tyler, the Creator, has dissed Drake in his most recent Call Me If You Get Lost. You know, tell Drake I got a milli for him. Everybody seems to have a disdain for him. If everybody has a disdain for you, I mean, at some point you have to question, is it deeper than that? Going in with X, do I think Drake had something to do with X's death? Absolutely. He was brought up in the court case. Why was his name brought up? You know, even X mentioned on the live stream that, hey, if something happened to me, it's Drake. It's Drake. I can't just breeze aside and throw that out. Something went on and he had something to do with it. And I've always thought that since day one. So, you know what I'm saying?
Demon just got out of can.
That's Leela. I'm seeing double.
Pharrell, Kanye,
yeah, and he stole his stuff.
The Weeknd, Common. He made so many enemies during his time. It's kind of impressive how he still gets people to work with him. But like, he is the biggest rapper ever, so. And because of other huge factors.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
Not only did rappers hate him, but his actions caused rap fans to hate him. Rappers like Big Sean and X accused Drake of stealing flows from their songs. He had a huge controversy about him not writing his music that is still going on to this day. His history with being questionable about minors, which we will get into later. And Drake acts like he's somebody that he isn't.
Pause on that. You can't say you the big dog when you don't write your music. That's just facts. Given I write my own music, my friends that I know write their own music, a good chunk of these rappers do write their own music. You can't denounce all of them and say, oh, well, most of the music industry, like, you know, DJ Akademiks mentions, most of them already have ghostwriters and most of them don't write their songs anyway. You know, it takes a level to then proclaim that you are on top when you don't even write your stuff. You know, rapping is a whole different segment when it comes to owning what your product is, owning what image you're putting out, owning what you have written. People expect you to be writing your lyrics, especially if you're saying you are one of the best. Just saying.
And goes around different artists for money. Drake has an extensive history of doing things that people don't like, but his music was really popular and good, so it brought the animosity down. That was until Kendrick Lamar brought himself into frame. In 2012, Kendrick featured on a song called Control, in which he calls out many rappers in like a friendly competition way. But Drake took it very personal, and after that, both of them were sneak dissing on each other for a while. J. Cole and Drake made a song called First Person Shooter, and it's pretty good. But Kendrick took notice of what J. Cole said. J. Cole mentioned that people argue over who's the greatest between him, Drake, and Kendrick. Kendrick didn't like that, so then he went to Metro Boomin and collabed on Like That, in which he disses Drake and J. Cole, saying, "Nuh-uh, I'm the better rapper." Now, everyone originally didn't think Drake had a chance with Kendrick, especially after the loss he took with Pusha T, and instead, everyone waited for J. Cole to respond because he was more likely to go toe-to-toe with him. J. Cole was a good ally to have on your side, and later, J. Cole did respond with an EP, Might Delete Later. There was multiple songs on this EP dissing Kendrick, but the thing is that the disses were they weren't good at all. The disses were either just wrong or really corny. After a couple of days of this being out, J. Cole goes on stage to apologize to Kendrick. This would end up being the best decision of his career. But Cole,
It really was. Do I feel like J. Cole actually felt a spiritual disturbance when he started doing disses on Kendrick? Yes, I do feel like he had some type of encounter. I don't really have a problem with what he did. You know, this got real ugly. It got personal. Accusations being thrown out, allegations being thrown out. Someone already got shot. It might just take it to a point where somebody might die. It's good that J. Cole didn't come into this. Hopefully he doesn't have any skeletons in his closet either. But it was a good decision on his part, and that's really it.
Cole's absence put Drake back in the picture. People were wondering if Drake even will respond at all, and he surprisingly did with push-ups. This track always confused me because this is like a warning shot track to a guy who made it very clear he wanted smoke. But it wasn't a bad diss, and the public perception changed. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Drake is cooked, don't even bother trying," to everyone saying that Drake had the upper hand, he's already about to win and shit like that. Now Drake had the higher public reception. But because he can't have anything good for a while, he drops Tailor-Made Freestyle. This track is buns. Everything he said could have been described in like an Instagram story. Basically, he told Kendrick to hurry up because Kendrick wasn't showing any response. But the main problem is that he used AI of Snoop Dogg and Tupac in his song.
Pop history, if you deal with this viciously, you seem a little nervous about all the publicity.
And first of all, that was insanely disrespectful. I don't know what Drake was thinking trying to make that. I don't know what point you were trying to convey. I get you trying to be jokey, but you could have made the same point with a better song. Point blank, period. You don't have to be disrespectful to people that's not even here. And to Snoop Dogg. You say you look up to him and this, that, and the fourth. Stop using their voices. You don't need to be using their voices. You can get your point across with something else. You know, that was just a bad move on his part, and obviously
that was really bad.
Not sure why he thought this was a good idea, but obviously it backfired and it made a reputation in the beef lower by disrespecting a dead man. But it doesn't matter because later Kendrick responds with Euphoria. This song is important by using some Oda level foreshadowing that will be brought up later. While this was a good diss and in my opinion a better diss than Push-Ups, the public response was split. Either you liked Euphoria or you liked Push-Ups. But keep in mind these two Twitter accounts.
Most of the time it was people saying, oh, he wasn't really saying anything of substance in Euphoria, and that weird part where his voice is cracking. Like I said in the beginning, you guys don't understand the vocal inflections, you don't understand tone, y'all don't understand, and neither does Drake. So when a person actually shows you they know how to experiment, they understand their craft, their art, it throws you off because you're used to the monotone, auto-tune, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You can have auto-tune, but at least go crazy with it, you know, at least be happy, at least show some type of emotion or convey some type of emotion in some obvious type of fashion. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be like hoot and hollering like it's Tyler's magic wand. You don't gotta do the you know, you don't gotta do all that, but at least show me that you're upset. Show me that you're, you know, sitting down having a conversation with somebody in a certain type of fashion, stern, even with Drake's bullying type of mentality. Show me that. Show me you're a bully through your tone. Like,
whether you like it or not, Twitter is a place where like a lot of people's voices can be heard, and the biggest soldiers behind backing up Drake is Drizzy's and Akademiks, especially Akademiks, because he's known as like the biggest Drizzy dick launcher. But what he has is a huge audience that can push Drake's narrative further. During this, Rick Ross also drops his own diss track on Drake and is talking shit.
I don't like Akademiks.
Metro Boomin is also talking his shit too on Twitter. He makes a sequel to the previous album he had, and where in this album he brought J. Cole to his side. Metro really the biggest villain of his beef. He brought every op Drake had and put him on an album. This showed that the industry already didn't fuck with Drake, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. All we have left is to wait for Drake's response. Later, K-Dot releases another disc called 616 in LA. It didn't do much to push Kendrick above Drake, but it
Honestly, 616 in LA is actually one of my favorites. I know it was just more so a warning shot. I just really enjoy the just the difference in structure as a song. With 616 in LA, it was just something different. It was really like a moment of him talking to God and really contemplating what the powers and principalities he's really about to unleash on Drake. Contemplating if I might kill this man. This man might die because of me playing with this type of power. And I can really appreciate just the mentality and methodicalness that this went into. This is a whole different type of energy in that song. It is truly the warning shot. So I can appreciate this song way more than any other diss that came out of this beef, to be honest with you. It just resonated with me different.
Did warn Drake one more time to not get personal, and he even said that he had people in OVO work for him. Now Drake is in the background.
That's scary.
Response, and he has a pretty good plan. He makes a really good diss track with the music video and waits for big streamers that he knows to go live. When Akademiks and Kaizenat are live, he tells them to wait on stream for his response. Both of them contributing tens of thousands of viewers to watch his diss track live. He later uploaded Family Matters.
Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. And I'm about to put my dick in it right now. Then I put it in his ass.
Not that version.
Naked all over my house. I'm about to make him gay tonight.
Like, seriously, this song is like really good. Not only is it a really good diss track, it takes this to a whole new level. He accuses Kendrick of cheating and beating on his wife, and now one of his best friends, Dave Free, is the actual father of his son.
Yeah, most of those accusations, we don't have any proof for the most part. Even though I see most people trying to say that there's not proof of Drake having a daughter, yet there is. They literally showed the Instagram. Not to mention also Kendrick actually said the name of the daughter in his diss track. People just didn't notice. It's Eternity. I don't know how people missed it. You know, it was up for a second, but then the daughter's Instagram got private. Not only that, the daughter is actually in one of the music videos, I believe. I think with J. Cole, she's wearing the Drake shirt. Other than that, that's like the utmost confirmation of that. And something else about Drake having another kid with the whole daughter thing. I think everything just kind of got taken down because of the fact, you know, she's 11. Like, y'all don't need to be going searching for an 11-year-old. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Weird behavior.
In fact,
don't be like Drake.
If Kendrick didn't do what he did and let this diss sit in the sun for a bit, the public would have chosen Drake's side for possibly the entire time. But Kendrick had a plan. Within 30 minutes of Family Matters dropping, Kendrick released Meet the Grams, and this decision was the sole turning point for Drake. Meet the Grams is possibly the most personal diss track of all time, going after Drake's entire family, character, addictions, insecurities, accuses him of hiding a daughter, and the worst part is accusing him of being a pedophile. You can see the reactions on people's faces and the reception people got. No one was expecting Kendrick to do this.
It was one YouTuber, I think his name is Flawed TV. He's one of also those other people who were saying this song was just a lullaby and it was boring and had no substance to it. It's like, I mean, it's right there in front of you, but you guys like to have your earplugs in and don't want to listen to the truth. Most people want to hear the truth. That's why Meet the Grams, you know, is rated so high. You can plug your ears all you want, but the truth is going to get out whether you like it or not, especially for this year. This is the year of exposing the truth and deceit. So you can like it whether you like it or not. I don't care.
In 30 minutes, the public went from hanging with Drake to hanging
Meet the
with
Grams
Kendrick.
was awesome.
The smartest thing about Meet the Grams is that it proves his warning about having people in OVO, because he had this pre-recorded to Family Matters and response on some points. And the fact that it was just so damn disrespectful. Look at the line said in this shit. Saying that his dad had some nerve-raising Drake and telling Adonis that he would be a mentor is some villain
absolute
type shit.
destruction.
Personally, Drake should have ended Kendrick's
You
life.
understand?
That's just me. But the biggest thing that Meet the Grams did is that it brought back the topic of Drake's history with minors. Even if you like Drake and you think he won, you can't deny the damning
this mess.
Even if you like Drake and you think he...
This right here. You guys keep saying Drake's not a pedophile. Drake's not a groomer. It's the Drake stance. And Akademiks. Akademiks, I want to let you know personally, bro. I want to ask you, bro. How many confirmations do you need, man? I want to ask you personally, Akademiks. Would you let your 14-year-old daughter text a 30-something-year-old man? 40-year-old man? Y'all don't make sense. If you said no, you would not. Okay, then why are you defending Drake? Why? What makes it different for Drake? you're going to say, oh, you don't even know what he was texting to them. Oh, he was just being friendly. He was just being business partners with them. Business what? Millie Bobby Brown said what they were texting about, bro. That's not appropriate. That's grooming behavior too. Because he goes and he dates them after he's texted them for years. Waits till they're 18 and goes and dates them. What do you think they were texting about before for them to be okay with going and dating him and being comfortable and this, that, and the fourth? He got to butter him up somehow. Is that not being a pedophile? Is that not being a groomer? I'm confused. Y'all got to explain that to me. It's okay when Drake does it, but anybody else does it, lock him up. What? You guys got to explain that to me. ASAP. Explain. Even if I get I'm a small channel. But even DJ Akademiks, I need you to explain that to me, bro. Your little goons, your little friends who try to bring up these points, they ain't got their points right. They ain't got their papers right. So I need y'all to explain. I need to explain. Why is it okay for Drake to do it, but everybody else, y'all good? What? No, y'all got to be locked up. Explain that to me, please.
One, you can't deny the damning evidence involving Drake being weird to minors. The biggest evidence is Drake kissing a 17-year-old on stage. This is career-ending allegations, and the fact that Kendrick made everyone stop and talk about Drake possibly being a creep is crazy. But Kendrick wasn't done. Seeing Euphoria and Meet the Grams, one of the biggest points is that Drake was trying too hard to act black and is a culture vulture. To prove this, Kendrick drops again with Not Like Us. In this, Kendrick nails down the narrative that Drake and OVO are pedophiles even harder, but he went for a different approach with it. He made the song into an absolute fucking banger.
Yeah, since Meet the Grams was a snore fest, I guess.
Niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, over your foe. The other vaginal option.
Fuck no. But what this song did is made everyone believe in the narrative that Drake is a creep. The song did so well that videos everywhere of people in clubs dancing and screaming to the song.
Yeah, it's a genius move because you don't want to be like them. You don't want to be a pedophile. You don't want to be a groomer. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be a fake person. You don't want to be a snake. You don't want to be, wolf in sheep's clothing. You don't want to be a goat. Satanic goat. You don't want to be that. So come over to this side, y'all. Just like Cat Williams' side. It's the devil's side, or hell, and it's this side. So, you going to be like us or them? And that's why Kendrick named it They Not Like Us. He's forcing you, essentially, to pick a side. If you side with Drake, you support everything he has done. Everything he stands for. But if you're over here, okay, we good. This is a good side. He framed it to where Drake is completely the bad side. You mess with Drake, something wrong with you. You can't come to the cookout. You can't come here. It was genius. That is true work.
That calls Drake a pedophile. Kendrick made this song as a bypass to a common excuse for people saying that Drake's diss is better. By saying that Drake had the better song, so he beat him in a diss battle. So he one-upped them by making the song that everyone danced to. The song was so big that it had the most views out of all the disses. It went #1 on the Billboard Top 100 for 3 weeks. It broke the most streamed Spotify song in a day, dethroning Drake.
No. Because it's crazy because Kendrick doesn't need a beat to rap. He can create a rhythm without a beat. Nothing. No instruments, nothing. How he's seen the heart parts. How he, he doesn't need a beat. That's true lyricism. That's true talent. Can we say the same for Drake?
He pushed Kendrick above Drake in the public's eye. And Drake didn't help that he only responded by denying the allegation of him hiding a child and not the pedophile accusation. But honestly, what do you do if you were Drake? All of this public outrage against you, big industry names are leaving your side. What would you do in response? Remember when I said about this Twitter?
Also, him mentioning Millie Bobby Brown in his diss, but Kendrick did not mention no Millie Bobby Brown at all in his disses. So, Drake, where did you get that from? Why is that the first thing you think of? Basically saying, the pedophile angle is what I expected.
Well, they were the forefront for the Drake. Someone on Twitter made a website in which a girl claimed that Kendrick Lamar beat her.
A certain rapper who had assaulted her.
Oh yeah,
was his first name Lil?
No.
That'll narrow it down.
His first name was Kendrick. Kendrick Lamar? Yeah.
There is no more police evidence supporting his claim, so take it with a grain of salt. Also, the brother of Kendrick's wife supported Kendrick. It'll be weird for someone to beat your sister and then say to
you'd be like, oh yeah,
you did beat my sister.
Yeah, Homelander clip is
but
perfect.
Fuck
yes.
Drake. Twitter was trending with people bringing up Dave Free's comment on Instagram. Now, Drake could have possibly gave Kendrick free information about it.
Hey yo, is Homelander a Drake fan or a Kendrick fan? Let me know.
His daughter. None of this was confirmed until Drake put the final nails in his coffin. The hard part 6 fucking sucks. This was the last straw for anyone to give him a chance. His response to him being accused of being Diddy is that he's way too famous to be that.
Disgusted, I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but
He then tries to push the narrative that the reason why Kendrick is going hard on the pedo stuff is because he got molested.
What?
First of all, that is just the worst angle you could possibly. Didn't get molested, that was his mother. He then tries to bring back the I give you information topic, but when you look back at it, Drake definitely did not feed him info. If you fed your opponent about being a deadbeat father to another child, 1, why would you do that? And 2, why wouldn't you screenshot proof of this? If this was actually true, Drake wouldn't have been silent as long as he was if he actually planned this out.
Exactly.
I re-listened to it just now just for the video, and this shit, it's still ass.
You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor.
That fucking sucks. You can tell that this song was rushed. It might have been better if he took more time with this. With this response, most people were fully on Kendrick's side. But in this song, Drake waved the white flag and said that he was done with the beef, it was over. But was it actually over? Surprisingly, no. In order for the public to hate Drake more, Metro Boomin responds to Drake Shut Up and Big Some Drums line by making the first beat this. He put a $10,000 prize for the...
Drake, I'm gonna say you're petty, bro. You are so petty. You act like a straight female. I hope you understand that. The sneak dissing is like unattractive. It's weird behavior. You ain't got nothing else better to do, bro. Go take your vacation. Don't even put no Instagram post, bro, because you keep putting sly stuff in the captions, bro. Stop. And then I hear this talking about you trying to come up to Kendrick concert, and man, it better not be true. In Akademiks, stay your behind home. Don't come up to no concert, bro. You will get jumped. Stop. Talking about they ain't big steppers at the concert. What? That's going in enemy territory, bro. What you mean there's no big steppers at the bro? That's crazy. Y'all think this is Roblox, bro? That's crazy, bro. That's out of the world.
Encouraging the public.
Get out, bro.
Drake's house got shot at multiple times, and the fucking Riddler came out.
You really think this is Roblox?
I didn't mention this, but one of the proof that Dot had a mole in Ovio is with the Meet the Grams album cover. It shows a bunch of random stuff that Drake owns, including Ozempic pills. Drake and Akademiks
that's his stuff.
Stop
saying it's his father's.
Like a random guy straight out of fucking Dot and proves that all those things are real and that he didn't steal it. He then goes on academic stream and
we still wait. Hold on. Nah, we still waiting on Ebony, bro. We still waiting on Ebony. We waiting on him. I didn't check his Twitter yet. Leave it be. But that whole thing, yeah, that's his stuff. That's Drake's stuff. He was doing something he got no business doing, bro. Akademiks admit it. Stop trying, bro. It's like, man, you will do anything to excuse that man. If that's the case for him, then what are you doing for other people? What type of skeletons are you just like putting in the shallow grave for other people? What are you doing for other people? If you're doing this for Drake, for somebody you love, what else you doing for people you love? Like, what's up with Akademiks, man? I know people make jokes, say he got the OVO knee pads, man. He got the tactical armor, bro. Instead of the armor of God, he put on the armor of OVO, bro. Like, what? Come on. Like, come on, bro. This man got faith in BBL Drizzy. Oh, man. What's up with you? What's up with you, bro?
He then shows a video to Act on stream. Now the video isn't shown, but the sounds in it are really messed up. Reminder that this is all
the dog video, man.
I'll play a part
we
of the
still haven't got info on that, man.
I'm not gonna want to download that on my PC.
I need to check
just
Twitter,
search it up
man.
if you want to hear the full thing, but it's really bad.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. I don't even want to know.
The Twitter user has still been like, oh, I had the most insane evidence against Drake. But like, he's been dragging it out for weeks at this point, so I think he only had Drake shit and is wanting to drag it out for whatever reason.
Probably.
But at the end of the day, Kendrick won.
But then again, you don't
know.
know.
On any website, online poll, it would say that Kendrick won. His streamers switched sides, his colleagues switched sides, even Act switched for a little bit.
Everybody switched sides.
I don't know if he's a credible person right now. But yeah, that's the reason why I think that Kendrick kind of out.
Nah, Akademiks, you got your own thing going on. I think, you know, you putting your energy in Drake, maybe you need to put that energy in yourself, you know, for your lawsuits. Yeah. This is just advice, you know, since you want to put so much energy in another man like that. Deal with your own things. Just like Kendrick said, birds of feather flock together, you know what I'm saying? You know, you kind of
Drake in this. I had no outro planned for the video, so just subscribe and that's it. My work is done and I'll see you next month.
That video was good, man. But yeah, I have to react to some other videos about Drake as well, because I really just want to be, you know, caught up. You know, really want to understand what's going on. Kendrick won. No arguments. Y'all can stop the debates. Kendrick won. Stop trying to hold up for Drake. Drake did not win. He literally called the so-called clowns his own people that leaked the information. So that was already debunked. For anybody that's trying to use, oh, well, Kendrick was fed the information. No. Drake contradicted himself in that statement. So the information was real that Kendrick got. And Drake didn't have no idea that this information was coming out. So accept it. Drake lost. Kendrick won. Can't wait for Kendrick's concert. I'll be watching it just live on my phone, you know, probably at work. Drake lost. Drake do not show up to that concert. Akademiks don't show up to that concert. Y'all already know.